All right, today I'm gonna do a quick demonstration of how we sanitize our equipment. So I got a bunch of footballs that I just used with the class. The first step that I'm going to take is actually go through rinsing off and actually washing each of these balls in soap and water. So very simple. You dunk it in this container right here with the soap and water, and then you'll dry it off with a paper towel. All right, so I just got through rinsing the balls off pretty much one by one. uh, Dunk it inside of the soap and water, and then I usually take it out, and then now I'm going to use my towel to actually dry the footballs that I just used with my class. All right, very simple. You just have to get the football, you got your towel. We want to dry it off, and the reason why we want to dry it off is because the first step of the process really is making sure that we try to get all the dirt and grime and whatever is on the ball. You know, some of these balls have stains, so they still kind of look dirty, but we just want to make sure that we put it in the soap and water, we get it soaked in, we dry it off, and once we dry off all the equipment, then we can actually spray it with the sanitizing solution. All right, so I just dried off all the equipment or these footballs with my towel. I want to make sure that the equipment is dry after I did the soap and water, and I let it sit out for a minute or two, just kind of let the equipment air dry. And then once I get it air dried, what I do is I take my sanitizing solution, which I'll show you next. All right, with our sanitizing solution, we are able to now actually sanitize the ball. So we got it clean from all the dirt and all the grime that was on the equipment earlier. First thing you need to do is you need to pump down on this right here. Get it pumped up a little bit. Once you actually pump it up a little bit, then basically all you need to do from here is give it a good spray. So you want to spray the whole ball, okay? And then basically you're gonna have to rotate it, so you can get the top part, and then after you rotate it, you can do it with your feet or you can do it with your hand. After you rotate it, then basically what you're doing is spraying the other side of the ball or the other side of the equipment, and making sure that you get both sides of the ball. And then once you get that done, then you just let it air dry. And because we have breaks in the afternoon, usually you just let it air dry, we get it put away and stored away, and it should be good for the next day. All right, so after you dunk it in the soap and water, you dry it off with a towel. You let it sit for a little while, let it air dry a little bit, then you get your sanitizer. And basically what we did with our footballs, we're doing with our soccer balls now, and we're just giving it a good squirt of the sanitizer on here. And we actually want to let it sit for a little while, so we give it a good squirt and basically let that thing soak in. You know, you gotta leave it out for a little while so that it actually sanitizes the thing. You know, a good thing is for about 10 minutes or so. And basically after all this is done, we just need to figure out who is actually going to get all the equipment and put it back in storage. So I think this is where we're at right now, figuring out how we're going to get this and how we're going to have a system in place for this.